Friday, October 28th, 2016 is a date that will go down in infamy. The FBI was under massive pressure when they didn't call for an indictment of Hillary Clinton when she clearly had been keeping classified material on servers and had lied to Congress and so much more. But now, the FBI has come out and announced that the investigation of Hillary is reopened and they're looking at her for criminal activity. According to the FBI, the investigation was reopened after they seized phones from Huma Abedin and her husband, Anthony Weiner, and found sexually explicit text and photos being sent to a 15-year-old girl and more. So the big question is, how does this now connect to Hillary Clinton criminally? Because more of the missing emails and text are reportedly saved on Weiner's phones. The FBI dramatically reopens Hillary email investigation because of new messages found on Anthony Weiner's phone as investigators probe the revelations he sexted a 15-year-old girl. As Infowars.com has exhaustively documented, we have sources inside the FBI, Secret Service, federal marshals, you name it. I contacted two of those sources today, and they wouldn't speak about the investigation, but they said that the word is Hillary Clinton will be indicted after the election and after the inauguration, whether she wins or not. In late January or early February of 2017, she is going to be indicted, and they've got the grand jury ready to hand it down because reportedly there is smoking gun information. We know about Hillary hiring female prostitutes and male prostitutes. We know about her handlers going public, the National Enquirer. We know about their long history of covering up Bill Clinton's sexual crimes. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. At around noon Central today, Donald Trump was getting off an airplane to give a speech in New Hampshire and learned the news that the FBI had reopened the criminal investigation of Hillary Clinton. Here are excerpts of his statement.
I need to open with a very critical breaking news announcement. The FBI has just sent a letter to Congress informing them that they have discovered new emails pertaining to the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's investigation and they are reopening the case into her criminal and illegal conduct that threatens the security of the United States of America. Hillary Clinton's corruption is on a scale we have never seen before. We must not let her take her criminal scheme into the Oval Office. I have great respect for the fact that the FBI and the Department of Justice are now willing to have the courage to right the horrible mistake that they made. This was a grave miscarriage of justice that the American people fully understood. And it is everybody's hope that it is about to be corrected. So that is a big announcement that I heard 10 minutes ago. And I guess, obviously, most of you folks have heard about. And in all fairness, for all of the people that have suffered for doing so much less, including just recently 4-star General James Cartwright, General Petraeus, and many others. Perhaps finally justice will be done.
And it gets even crazier. CNN wouldn't even carry the audio of her press conference when she got off her plane, saying she doesn't know what's happened, so we're not going to let you hear the audio. I mean, the fact that they're so lockstep and so controlled is just more of an illustration of how this country is descending into hardcore tyranny.
The news this morning is this is bigger than Watergate. This is bigger.
If you study history, corruption at a governmental level is designed to get more and more people involved in it so they're compromised. That way, the central controllers can expand the level of oppression and crime that they're carrying out against the population. But always there becomes a flashpoint, a tipping point, a breaking point. And the final straw on the camel's back has been placed. You can see it in the headlines. You can feel it in the energy out there in the news and the population. Almost every Democrat I know is so fed up with Hillary and her warmongering that they're done. They're voting for Donald Trump. Is Donald Trump perfect? No. None of us are. But he is a referendum against special interests and against the globalists that have been running this nation into the ground. In closing, I want to air what is undoubtedly the most powerful political ad of the 2016 campaign that breaks down why the world is warning that a vote for Hillary Clinton is a vote for World War III.
The bottom line on nuclear weapons is that when the president gives the order, it must be followed. There's about 4 minutes between the order being given and the people responsible for launching nuclear weapons to do so. As president, I will make it clear that the United States will treat cyber attacks just like any other attack. We will be ready with serious political, economic, and military responses.
They're voting for peace on planet Earth if they vote for Trump. But if they vote for Hillary, it's war.
We came, we saw, he died.
With her, you'll end up in World War III.
I want the Iranians to know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran.
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war against Syria and Russia.
The U.S. military has just raised the threat level to DEFCON 2. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is still threatening Russia with military action following unconfirmed reports of further hacking. It's like she's not even concerned about the repercussions.
Of course
Hang on,
not,
guys.
because she's...
Look, there's a really loud noise.
All right, looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll try to get Leanne back on in a few minutes.
When the president gives the order, it must be followed.
If you look at the culture in Germany before Hitler came to power in 1933, it was very liberal, very progressive, jazz, burlesque, you name it, a lot of cool stuff. But under depressionary weight, Germany turned to tyranny and Hitler. And once they were seduced into one lie, one piece of corruption after the next, they did some of the most horrible things in history. And the American left, who've done a lot of good things in history, have totally been seduced by corporate fraudsters that simply wear this mantle of Thomas Jefferson but are diametrically opposed to classical liberalism. And I'm begging people out there to realize we've seen centralization of media, we've seen lies, we've seen corruption, we've seen Hillary sending thugs to Donald Trump events dressed up as Sanders supporters. We've seen stuff that is just unprecedented. And I'm asking you to find your soul again before it's too late, and to clearly come out and repudiate Hillary Clinton. It doesn't mean you even endorse Trump, but repudiate Hillary Clinton like the head of the Green Party, Jill Stein, who has a soul, has done. Because whether Hillary steals this election or loses it or whatever, justice is going to be served. The only question is, will she try to launch World War III in the interim? I'm A.Jones for Infowars.com. We have the new product at InfoWarsLife.com, BioTrue Selenium.
We've had so many requests over the years for selenium, and just recently we were able to source a certified organic, bioavailable selenium from mustard seed extract. When you take selenium in the body, it actually benefits the detoxification systems in your body. It helps balance the thyroid gland. It helps detoxify.
Selenium is another one of those absolute must-haves.
The highest concentration of selenium is in the thyroid gland, but it's actually used all over the body. As a matter of fact, there's 25 genes in the body that are directly dependent upon selenium. So it really is a all-around nutrient that everybody really needs.
I'm taking it now every day. This is so key. BioTrue Selenium is the product, the best selenium that we could bring you. We believe it's the best out there at a very, very low price. Exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.